It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Buccaneers and the G-Men on Monday night.
Just across the Hudson from downtown Manhattan, we welcome you inside MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. We've got a couple of teams, Greg, that can make it happen with the defensive front. That's going to be a huge focus on this game.
With the importance of the passing game in today's NFL, Mike, you know how great it is to be able to disrupt that timing and throw off the quarterback's rhythm. And no better way to do that than by being able to get after him, especially with your defensive line. You don't have to blitz. You don't have to bring a fifth rusher. Keep that secondary intact. If this defensive line can cause havoc in the pocket for this quarterback, it's going to go a long way towards slowing down what's been a very good offense.
The kicker, Chase McLaughlin, will get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. This will be returned from the 2. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
Let's not forget, Mike, not too long ago, Russell Wilson was not only the face and one of the top superstars of the NFL, he was a bona fide Hall of Fame quarterback. So the talent and the resume, it's still there. He puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen throughout the years. This team's going to be hard to beat.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing to begin, it's Wilson. That's to the right side and incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
He'll tuck it and take off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
3rd down and 9. Out of the gun, here's Russ. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
3rd down is the down that pass rushers live for. More often than not, they know it's a passing situation, and they get to just pin their ears back and go. Here early in this game, they're able to bring down the quarterback, and I got a feeling this won't be the last time.
On 4th down, it's hammer time. The Scottish hammer. Jamie Gillen on to kick. Back deep for the Bucs, their speedster, Trey Palmer. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
Yeah, you have to feel good, Mike, seeing Baker Mayfield back established as a franchise NFL quarterback. He had such a tough journey these last couple years, bouncing around multiple spots around the league. And then last year, down in Tampa, he has a chance to get them to the NFC Championship game just a few plays away. He continues to play up to his potential. This team's going to be tough to beat.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now a run with the rookie out of Oregon. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Micah McFadden, the linebacker, there on the tackle.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. And he's going to have enough for a first down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Baker gonna give it to Irving. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
Second down throw for Mayfield. He's going to tuck it and go. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Along the sideline, a nice catch. The feet in. It's a short gain, but it'll move the chains. A first down.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Quick hitting slant there. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. On the handoff, it's Irving. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That's hauled in at the 2. And he is close to the pylon, but they say he's not in. But he's got the next best thing. No touchdown, but a first down. It's first and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1 yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more.
What a move. He's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it, and the Buccaneers will take a 7-0 lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Gray gonna return it. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Hassan Reddick there to make the play. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's Jamie Gillen on now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This returnable with Palmer. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They send him right out of the slot. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. To the left side, to Godwin. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On play action, Mayfield. They go right back to Godwin. He's got it again. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Over the middle, that's Godwin. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a 1st down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
On 1st down is Mayfield. He'll find his running back, White. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down. 12 yards there, and a first down.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up first and goal.
Here's a run. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. 7-0 is our score. More from MetLife Stadium after this. From the 1, 2nd and goal. He'll try to run this one in. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
They'll try to run with White. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Rashad White. Touchdown, Tampa. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Buccaneers move out on top, 14-0. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
He's got his man, Wan'Dale Robinson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Sending a receiver right. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
With wide receivers, I think we spend so much time, Mike, talking about their speed and their route running, and of course that's critical, but the ability to not only catch the ball, but to concentrate on the bad throws. We used to have a saying, you get paid to catch the bad ones, and saw a great example of it here, laying out, going down to get this ball, holding on through contact with the ground, and it's a big-time play. The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Again, Wilson. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
That is caught to the goal line and in. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Giants are on the board. It's now 14-7. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. First and 10. They'll run it. It's Irvin. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Here comes Otten in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. He finds Mr. Reliable, Mike Evans. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On second down, Baker. This one on target to Godwin. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Here comes Otten in motion. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He'll try to run for it. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Colson Adebo, the good coverage, gets his hand in there to knock it away. Mayfield to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as...
And he's in. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Bucs will take a 21-7 lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This one taken at the 10. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. In motion, it's Robinson. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's over the middle to the tight end, Bellinger. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. Second down and 3. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Throwing again, Wilson. Open man is Robinson. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Wilson will throw again. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. He pulls it in around the 5. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? They'll try and run for it.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. The Giants going to call their 3rd and final timeout. Here is Graham Gano to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half out of running back Bucky Irving. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Buccaneers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Motion man, set right. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. A gain there of 11. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Slot man in motion right. The 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Mayfield. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative. No time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
Just what the punter's hoping to do. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. The Giants offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Russ. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
Well, if that was a pickup on 1st or 2nd down, you'd be thrilled. But here on 3rd and long, just doesn't quite get enough to pick up the first down, and it's going to bring up 4th.
The Giants sending out their punter. He's got the wind at his back as he's on to punt this one away. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Bucs offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Baker. Quick throw here is complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down. We'll send a tight end in motion right. Mayfield to throw it here on first down. Now he'll run. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. That's over the middle of the tight end, Otten. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Baker going to hand it to White. And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. Micah McFadden, the linebacker, there on the tackle. Third and a yard. Here's Mayfield. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up the first down.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. One of the tight ends in motion right. On 2nd down, Baker laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. Get this complete right side to Otten. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He's got it inside the 5. And the Bucs are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. 14 yards on the pickup there.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
A run on 1st and goal. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. Come a little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. McLaughlin now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bucs will extend this third quarter lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Gonna return this from the 10. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Now Wilson on first down. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Here's 3rd and 2. Now Russ. He finds his tight end, Bellinger. A gain of 11 on that one. That's good for a Giants first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Pass complete to Neighbors. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. To throw again is Wilson. Quick throw, taken in. Here's 2nd and 9. A carry here for Tracy. He'll manage only about 3. So on the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And he's brought down at the 17, but that's going to be good enough. A first down picked up on the ground.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the first down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
This one caught at the 4. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than...
That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, New York. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Gano on to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Giants are able to cut the deficit. It's now 28-17. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return is Sean Tucker. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? They'll put a receiver in motion right. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
Here comes Otten in motion. On 1st down is Mayfield. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll go again here with Irvin. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming. They'll drop to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Irvin. The Giants going to call their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Right back to Irving. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
On 3rd down, it's Irving. And he'll work his way down inside the 30. Shooing off 7 yards on that one. On 4th down, Chase McLaughlin in for the Bucs. This from 45 yards away. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Buccaneers add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Gray going to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Giants offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll come up for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. And they take him down. Big pickup through the air, but there is a flag on the field. Will this stand? Gonna need a big play now. 3rd down and long. Here we go. One final play. And he's going to go out of bounds with no time remaining on the clock. This game is over. So, a win here for the visiting Bucs. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from New Jersey.